Laboratory.
Watching News Channel 2 at sunrise with Gary Liberator.
And good morning. Thank you for joining us. I'm Steve McMurray. Gary has this Friday off.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2, meteorologist Eric Gage.
A lot to get to this morning, including a casual conversation with Little Falls' new mayor and find out which famous actor may be coming to Utica to film scenes for an upcoming movie. But first, it's another day and more rain.
Yeah, you walk in and it's like, I wonder if it's raining out. Yeah, I wonder. I can maybe hear a little bit too. Yeah, some more rain showers again today. Still mild, so again, broken record for the past few days. But this will be the last day.
Okay.
After today, things will cool down and these rain showers turn over to snow by tomorrow. Look at the current conditions. Pretty sure the same temperature at 5 a.m. yesterday as it is in Griffith and Rome right now, with mostly cloudy skies and patches of fog and rain showers. There's a live look at Oneonta right now. A little foggy down there. And of course, currently it is 43 degrees. Live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. This is about as textbook as you can get to spotty rain showers here and there. There is one isolated heavier shower as we turn our attention to central Herkimer County, right along Route 8 in parts of just north of part of Ohio Road right there. And you can see again for today, mild conditions, spotty light rain, still in this unsettled weather pattern into this evening and tonight. That rain switches over to light snow tomorrow with lake effect light snow by tomorrow afternoon. We'll also have a look at the full weekend forecast coming up. Back to you, Steve.
All right, Eric, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Decision 2020.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
As you saw, a live view from our Cavvy Tower camera up here on Smith Hill and Deerfield. Some patches of fog here and there. And for your commute cast this morning, that'll be the main weather concern as you head out the door. Not too bad, but of course, put on those low beams as you drive through denser patches of fog. Along Route 5S, wet roads, light mist and light rain taking place. Still a generally unsettled morning across central New York, but still mild though, with temperatures already in the low to mid 40s. And you can see from a look across the Utica area as well, down Genesee Street, wet roads as well, misty as you look out on the arterial. And finally down on Route 8 and Route 20, the intersection of Bridgewater, wet roads as well. So for your morning and evening commute, and aside from wet roads and patches of fog, no travel issues are expected for the rest of the morning and evening. Steve?
All right, Eric, thanks. You may know him from
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Happy Friday. For some like a broken record, well, it's because we're seeing more rain showers and more mild conditions this morning. Here's a live look at downtown Utica from our Nexus camera. Wet roads, misty conditions, patches of fog has been the same story for the past several days. 45 officially at Griffith and Rome with variable winds at 7 miles per hour. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. Pretty much this is as textbook as you can get to spotty rain showers. You can see just a few dots here and there of rain showers taking place across central New York. The heaviest rain currently taking place along the Route 8 area north of Colebrook here locally. And you can see the pattern of this right now. It's not moving too much, slightly shifting out to the east, but again, this is what we'll be expecting for today. Mostly cloudy skies, light mist, damp conditions, still a mild system in place. This will change though as the hours progress tonight. And a look at your weekend forecast. Well, starting out with some snow showers, surprisingly, for Saturday morning, with some evening flurries taking place from lake effect. Temperatures in the mid-30s for highs. For Sunday, looking a little more dry in the morning. However, a clipper system, a weak one, moves in overnight Sunday night. And if it arrives early enough, we could be seeing maybe some few flurries in time for the New Year's. And a look at your skycast this morning. Similar story over the past few days. Unsettled with some light rain showers. This will push through this afternoon and this evening with temperatures still in the mid to low 40s. Then tonight, a cold front starts to push through, and you can see it's still rain showers in the valley, but in the higher elevations, this could switch over to some light snow overnight Friday and into early Saturday morning. By 7 a.m. Saturday, things will gradually dry out, lingering snow showers at this point. With the wet roads and mild temperatures we saw today, it might be very hard for that snow to stick, so we're not talking about anything really notable. Maybe an inch, 2 tops in the higher elevations north and south of the valley, but here in the Mohawk Valley, not a lot of that will even stick at all. Then by Saturday afternoon, still dealing with some light lake effect flurries and for the most part overcast skies, but regardless, a cooler weather pattern, as you can see here, continues to move in. And so for today, highs only in the mid-40s, spotty light rain tonight. Rain turning over to light snow, low of 35. 7-day forecast, Saturday, high of 36, Sunday, high of 35, Monday, high of 33, no 50s on the horizon. And as we look in the long range, we're not seeing any major mild weather patterns set in, so yesterday could be the last 50-degree day we'll be seeing for the near future.
Right. Well, and the 28th of December, hopefully the last one of the year, conceivably. But yeah, just wild weather pattern. Everybody was asking me yesterday, but if it's 50 in December, does that mean it's going to snow in May? And, you know.
Everyone asks, is it going to snow on Mother's Day? It's like
snow. Done it before. It's done it before. So we can't predict that far out. Exactly. Wait 10 minutes and it will change, right? Speaking of 10 minutes, you're never more than 10 minets away. See what I did there in the forecast. Time now, 5:23, still hot on snooze. Initial filing.
First, News Channel 2.
Now at 5:30.
Now, you're watching News Channel 2 at sunrise with Gary Liberator.
And once again, good morning, everybody. Happy Friday to you. Thank you for joining us this half hour. I'm Steve McMurray. Gary returns next week. You have a couple more days with me, though. Eric is still here.
Yeah, I don't mind. It's been a lot of fun. The only thing not being a lot of fun is, you know, rain.
No kidding.
And, I mean, I'm a fan of mild weather. I'm a fan of warmer conditions, but to be fair, I'm more so focused on the local businesses, especially up in the North Country.
That depend on snow. Yeah, we're going to focus on that, you know, look ahead. We're going to focus on that next week is, you know, what are they doing to try to cope with this? Because, I mean, that's pennies from heaven is the old term when snow comes down, and we just haven't had it. So what's plan B? So what are we looking like going ahead, though?
Well, today, again, more rain, more mild weather, but that will change as the evening hours arrive and the cooler weather sets in. Look at current conditions, 45 in Rome, 41 Hamilton, with mostly cloudy skies, patches of fog, misty conditions. Again, a pretty unsettled day here across central New York with patches of light rain showers taking place right now. On the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, top of the radar. One location is a little on the heavier side, going up into the North Country along Route 8 north of Ohio and Colebrook. But besides that, just again, misty conditions and generally damp weather for this morning, this afternoon, and this evening. Now, rain showers will become more scattered, more numerous in nature before they turn over to snow overnight tonight. And light snow expected tomorrow, not expected to accumulate a whole lot, but enough to produce a dusting of snow in some locations as well. We have a look at what to expect not only for tomorrow, but also the full weekend and the first full week of the new year coming up. Back to you, Steve.
All right, Eric, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2.
The Cooperstown Cam is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
Good morning. Currently 5:41, turning to 5:42 in a few short moments. Time now for a look at your morning weather photo of the day. This one I enjoyed picking out right here. A bald eagle in Dolgeville. This is some snow taken at least this past winter. And if we want to keep doing this every day, we want your photos sent in every day as well. If you have a camera, you're good at taking pictures, send them here, WKTV.com/weather/pics for a chance to see your photo on here on News Channel 2 at sunrise, as well as posted on our Facebook page every evening. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 at top of the radar. Still unsettled this morning. A few spotty light rain showers taking place. Heaviest rain currently in an isolated shower along Route 8 north of Coldbrook in Ohio. And again, those temperatures still mild this morning. And as we look ahead to the next few days, more snow showers taking place early tomorrow. And a cooler weather pattern sets in for the weekend. Full details on that coming up. Back to you, Steve.
All right, Eric, thank you.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Member of our morning mug club, just use the contact information that you...
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Happy Friday. And as with the past few days, it's still mild, still a little rainy out. Taking a live look outside from our Nexus camera at downtown Utica. Wet roads, you can actually see the rainfall rate very faintly in the street light right there. Some pockets of mist moving through. Rainfall not too heavy, but they got enough to keep things damp in the area right now. Currently it's 43 degrees, so still another mild morning. However, winds will start to pick up. Been the breezy side for this afternoon and this evening. And taking a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 at top of the radar right now. Some spotty light rain showers. Textbook example of that, as you can see right here. There are some pockets of heavier rainfall rates as you head closer to Ithaca. And of course here locally, a single pocket of heavier rainfall taking place in the Route 8 area in Herkimer County, just north of Coldbrook. Weather still remains generally unsettled for this morning and this afternoon before these spotty rain showers become more scattered and then turn to snow by tomorrow. Your weekend forecast, morning snow showers taking place early Saturday, a few lingering lake effect flurries in the evening with highs in the mid-30s. Then for Sunday, a drier start with light snow overnight possible due to a weak Alberta clipper. And timing it out on our Skycast. So we're dealing with spotty showers this morning. Showers are coming more scattered and numerous as the evening progresses. And then that cold air starts to move in from the northwest. Starting out with maybe some light snow up in the north country up here in the Boonville Old Forge area, as well as the higher elevations in the Route 20 corridor down in Madison County. Then turning to almost entirely snow overnight into early Saturday. Then Saturday afternoon, a little bit more dry, but enough to produce a few lingering flurries and, of course, mostly cloudy skies. A much cooler weather pattern in store for the rest of Saturday and into Sunday. Looking at mostly cloudy skies to start out the day. A few lingering flurries, and then as we approach New Year's Eve night into New Year's Day, you can see right here a weak clipper system moving in. Could start out to see some light flurries after midnight. Heading into early Monday for the start of 2024. And so for today, highs in the mid-40s, spotty light rain tonight. Rain turning over to snow with highs or lows only in the mid-30s. Your 7-day forecast, cooling down. No longer seeing those 50-degree temperatures, 40-degree temps we've seen yesterday. And as we head into the weekend, 30s Sunday, mostly cloudy. But still looking dry until the overnight hours. Some light snow from that clipper moves in, but for over the next several days, we're not talking about anything major that will impact travel
or anything like that.
Yeah, of course, like there could be some snow on some roads and higher elevations, but we're used to it up here in New York in the wintertime, and
absolutely
we haven't seen it so much in the past week. So.
Yeah, no doubt. And it looks pretty decent for New Year's Eve, especially some folks who might be heading downtown, downtown Utica on Genesee Street. It's not going to rain, which is good.
Yeah, not going to rain.
And it's not going to be brutally cold.
Yeah.
So should be a good time had by all. All right, thanks a lot, Eric. Well, the time now, 5:52, still ahead on...
You're watching News Channel 2 at Sunrise with Gary Liberator.
Good morning, everybody. Happy Friday. Thank you for joining us. I'm Steve McMurray. Gary has this Friday off.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2, meteorologist Eric Gage.
We've got a lot to get to this morning, including a casual conversation with Little Falls' new mayor, and find out which famous actor is coming to Utica to film scenes for an upcoming movie. You'll have to wait for that because we have to turn it over to Eric right now because it's still raining.
Yeah, it's still raining. Checked in yesterday, it was raining. Day before it was raining. Today
Wednesday's
it's raining.
Tuesday it rained.
Yeah, but this will be the last day of rain for the near future. We got mild conditions start out again, temperatures in the 40s, and a few spotty rain showers. This will turn over to, surprise, surprise, snow by tomorrow. But first, we are still in this mild stretch right now. 43 currently at Griffiths and Rome with generally overcast skies and misty conditions, patchy fog. Generally damp across central New York. Temperature in Oneonta from our camera at Top Hartwick College at 43 degrees. Live look at the radar right now. You can see there are patches of rain showers here and there. Nothing completely widespread. And of course, you've been watching the most notable rain shower in our local area up here in Herkimer County along Route 8 north of Ohio, heading into Morehouse down over in Hamilton County. And for today, again, still mild, highs in the mid-40s. Spotty light rain showers expected for today, becoming more numerous as the evening arrives. A cold front moves through. Those rain showers turn over to some snow in higher elevations tonight. Light snow early tomorrow, and then lake effect snow for your Saturday. We'll also have a look at what to expect in detail for New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, and a look at the first week of 2024 coming up. Back to you, Steve.
All right, Eric, we'll check in with you then. Don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. In Decision 20.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good morning. Welcome back. As you saw in the Cavity Tower camera, a little misty, a little foggy up here on Smith Hill and Deerfield. And a look at your commute cache for today. Damp conditions, mild weather, however. Taking a look along Route 5S in downtown Utica. Wet roads. You can see some mist falling in the street lamps right there. And still mild, 42 degrees to start out your day. This will be the warmest we start out, at least for the next week or so, as cooler temperatures start to set in. Look across the Utica area. First, along the arterial, a few spots of some ponding on the road, but again, not too bad. Still just damp conditions across the area. Even looking down on Route 8, Route 20 and Bridgewater, things are looking okay there as well. And so for today, heading out this morning, maybe some patchy fog, misty conditions, but nothing too bad in terms of travel issues for both your morning and your evening commute. Steve?
All right, Eric, thanks. You know him from National Lampoon.
From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Happy Friday. Yet another start to the day with light rain, misty conditions, damp weather, and of course, a mild start. Temperatures still in the 40s as we take a live view of downtown Utica from our Nexus camera. Looking at Route 5S, one thing that is pretty cool for those of you who tune in to see all 2 hours of News Channel 2 at sunrise is slowly seeing the increasing traffic along Route 5. When we start out on this camera at 5 a.m., you see maybe 1-2 cars on the road, and then as the morning progresses closer to 6:30, traffic is very busy as we head into the morning rush hour. Current conditions, 43 with cloudy skies at Griffiths and Rome. Winds will be starting to pick up this afternoon as a system continues to push through our area. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar textbook example of spotty rain showers. There is one most notable here in the local area north of Ohio along Route 8, heading closer to Morehouse, again along the Route 8 corridor in Herkimer County. And of course, this system is slowly shifting to the east, and we can't rule out more spotty showers again this afternoon and this evening. Your weekend forecast, starting out with some snow early Saturday as the rain we are seeing right now starts to cool down as cool air moves in from the northwest. Afternoon flurries, maybe some spotty, light freezing drizzle possible tomorrow night. The chance is low, but it's non-zero with all that low-level moisture still stuck around in the atmosphere. For Sunday, it's a cool and quiet start with light snow possible overnight heading into the new year from a weak Alberta clipper. And your skycast for today, still you can see spotty showers here and there, dry weather and misty conditions in between those showers. This afternoon, you can see the system slowly pushing east, rain becoming more numerous and widespread as the evening approaches. And you can see here as well, with cool air starting to move in, some snow finally starting to fall in higher elevations. It won't be that notable, maybe 2 to 3 inches max in the highest elevations, with a trace to an inch possible for a lot of the rest of central New York, before things do quiet down a little bit heading into early Saturday morning, and then a few lingering lake effect flurries taking place Saturday afternoon. And so for today, highs in the mid-40s, spotty light rain tonight. Rain turning over to snow, a low of 35 degrees. 7-day forecast, say goodbye to the 40s and the 50s and say hello to more seasonable temps as the 2023 year comes to an end. 2024 starts out pretty average, a little above average with highs in the mid to upper 30s, but still much more seasonable than 50s and 40s and rain.
Absolutely, and it looks like it's coming in relatively calm too, which is
we got rain, we got snow in the forecast, but there's nothing, no major impact, no nor'easter, no blockbuster event. So
all right, we'll keep that. Will likely change as the as 24 moves on, I'm sure. All right, thanks a lot, Eric. Well, be sure to like us on Facebook.
You're watching News Channel 2 at sunrise with Gary Liberator.
And good morning. Thank you for joining us on this Friday. I'm Steve McMurray, in for Gary, who returns mid-next week.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2, meteorologist Eric Gage.
A lot to get to in this half hour, but we're going to start with a look at the forecast. And we've been joking for the past 3 or 4 days, but it really is like a broken record. Rain, rain, rain.
Yeah, rain, mild, rain, mild, rain, mild. Patchy fog, drizzle, rain. Yeah, pretty much that's in the same story. But yeah, you're right. It does come to an end. Those of you who are fans of more winter-like weather, well, good news for you. Cooling down as we head into this coming weekend. First, though, another mild start here in central New York. 42 degrees at Griffiths and Rome, almost feeling like an October week with the temperatures and rain we've seen so far. Misty, damp, fog, generally unsettled across the central New York area. In Oneonta, you can see a live view there, currently 41 degrees, and pop-up spotty rain showers taking place on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. These are moving fairly slowly, so if you do get caught in one of these rain showers, unless you're driving or if you were traveling a certain distance, you might get stuck in the rain for a little bit. But as you can see, these are small in nature with some patches of dry weather in between these showers. And so for today, again, spotty light to moderate rainfall, temperatures peaking in the mid-40s. It'll be probably the last 40 or 50 degree day we'll see for the next few days. In fact, into the start of the new year as things start to cool down starting tonight. Leaving some snow showers in the forecast. Full details on that coming up. Back to you, Steve.
All right, Eric, thanks. And don't forget, the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. New this morning, more unscheduled.
The Cooperstown Cam is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
Welcome back. It's currently 6:41, and of course, it's time for the morning weather photo of the day. And today's weather photo, a beautiful shot of a bald eagle taken up in Dolgeville. And of course, if you want your photo shown here on News Channel 2 at sunrise, you guys need to send them in. Send them in to WKTV.com/weather/pics for your chance to see it also here on News Channel 2 at sunrise, as well as posted on our News Channel 2 Facebook page. And taking a look at the radar right now, still some spotty rain showers taking place, light mist, generally damp across the area this morning. Still mild, though, with temperatures in the 40s. That's going to change starting tonight and into tomorrow. Look at the next few days right here. 36 for the highs Saturday, Monday 33. Again, common trend, highs only in the 30s to start out the new year. Steve?
All right, Eric. Eric, thanks. The Year of Artificial Intelligence.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Happy Friday. The weekend is here, and it's been a pretty damp and rainy and mild week, but that pattern changes as we head into the final few days of December and the year, and 2024 arrives heading into Monday. A look at those current conditions right now from our sky watchers. Temperatures still mild this morning. 44 with Mike in New Hartford, Bob in Clinton with 43 degrees, Todd up in Westdale checking in with 42 as well. Bill in Old Forge 41 degrees, Sean as well in Inlet with 40 degrees, and then heading south, Stewart in Cooperstown 43, Pat in Skenevis 43 as well, Mark in Milford with 44, and of course Diane in West Lawrence with 42 degrees. Skywatch is also checking in with misty conditions, even in the areas where we're not seeing those showers on the radar right now. So overall, pretty damp this morning. We got some patchy fog here and there, a pretty dreary start to the day, but it's still pretty mild. Currently in Rome, it is 42 degrees with a decent breeze from the west. And a live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2, top of the radar. Again, we're talking about spotty showers today, and this is pretty textbook right here. A few spots of rain throughout parts of central New York. The heaviest rain shower here locally is, of course, still up here in Herkimer County, but this is continuing to shift east with these slow-moving rain cells taking place right now. A look at your weekend forecast. Well, we got some snow showers arriving tonight as that cold front moves through. The afternoon on Saturday, maybe a few lingering lake effect flurries, and then possibly some freezing patchy drizzle Saturday night with that lingering low level moisture in the atmosphere. Those temperatures still cooler than the past several days with highs only in the mid-30s. For Sunday, a quiet start, cool with light snow possible overnight depending on the positioning of an Alberta clipper that moves in from the west overnight. In your skycast this morning, spotty rain showers here and there. This will continue to slowly shift east throughout the morning and afternoon. Then this evening, shower coverage and snow coverage becoming more widespread. Snow possible in the higher elevations, turning to almost all snow by early Saturday morning. And then for Saturday afternoon, still with that westerly wind, producing some lake effect snow off of the Great Lakes. Nothing notable. Not a significant lake effect event, but enough to produce some flurries, dusting of snow here and there, especially in the lowest elevations, maybe an inch or two in the highest elevations before things quiet down early Sunday, and then possibly that clipper moving in for snow heading into Sunday night. So for today, highs in the mid-40s, spotty light rain tonight. That rain turns over to snow with lows falling into the mid-30s. 7-day forecast. Saturday, cooler. Sunday also cooler to wrap up 2023, and 2024 starts out a bit quiet with mostly cloudy skies. Temperatures in the low to mid-30s. Maybe some sunshine moves in by Tuesday. But for the next few days, even though we're talking about snow and rain here and there, again, we're not talking about anything major in terms of travel issues.
Right, which is the good news for everybody, regardless whether you love or hate winter.
Yeah.
Safe travel issues is safe travel conditions are beneficial for all. All right, thanks a lot, Eric. Well, other news for you. One criminal suspect.
Now, you're watching News Channel 2 at 7 a.m. on CW 11 with Gary Liberatore.
Good morning. Thank you for joining us for the news at 7. I'm Steve McMurray. Gary is off this Friday.
And I'm Storm Tracker 2 meteorologist Eric Gage.
A lot to get to this morning. In fact, before we get to the weather, a quick traffic note for you. Oriskany Boulevard in Yorkville is closed between Main Street and 6th Street due to an accident. DOT will not be opening the road until it is deemed safe. That's the note from the Yorkville Fire Department. Again, Oriskany Boulevard between Main Street and 6th Street in Yorkville is closed. So if you're heading that way, you're going to want to find an alternate route. Now we can get to the forecast.
Yeah, forecast this morning, it's damp, a little misty out, some spotty rain showers. And keep that umbrella handy for today, but that'll be the only time you'll need it for the next several days. As the rain will come to an end, snow will start to move in starting this evening into tonight. Here's a look across central New York. Again, 40s at Griffith and Rome, some rain developing in Hamilton, and in some locations, misty conditions with patchy fog. pretty much a damp and dreary start to your Friday, and you can see a few of these spotty rain showers taking place on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. And for today, again, it's looking damp, spotty rain showers as well, highs in the mid-40s. Things will cool down this evening, turning over from rain to snow. And then by tomorrow morning to tomorrow afternoon, some light lake effect snow taking place as well. And that pattern continues with cooler weather on the horizon for the first few days of 2024. I'll explain more detail in that full forecast coming up. Back to you, Steve.
All right, Eric, thanks. And don't forget the Storm Tracker 2 forecast is never more than 10 minutes away. Well, we'll start with Decision 20.
New York's most dependable weather team. Here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good morning. Welcome back. Happy Friday. Still another mild and damp start to the day today with those temperatures across central New York from our sky watchers in the 40s across the area. Here's a look at those current conditions right now. First off, taking a look in the Mohawk Valley, 44 degrees in New Hartford, heading east or west to Clinton. It is also 43 degrees. And then finally over in Westdale, it is 42 degrees. Heading into the North Country, 41 degrees in Old Forge and 40 degrees over in Inlet. And lastly, in the Southern Valleys, 43 Cooperstown, 44 Milford, 42 West Lawrence, 43 in Schenevus. A live view of downtown Utica from our Nexus camera. Traffic starting to pick up. Again, we're still dealing with damp conditions, overcast skies, mist falling, and some spotty rain showers taking place with temperatures in the 40s. You can see some of these showers right here on the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. And you can see one of the strongest showers we've seen here locally that has since moved through Route 8 north of Ohio and Colebrook, heading north and east closer to Morehouse. Your weekend forecast starting out Saturday with some morning snow as those temperatures cool overnight tonight, with some evening flurries possible from lake effect. Temperatures reaching the mid-30s for highs. For Sunday, a more quiet start. Light snow possible overnight, depending on how far north a clipper moves through central New York. In your skycast, spotty rain showers this morning. Pretty damp overall today with clouds, mist, light spotty rain showers here and there. Shower coverage becomes more widespread tonight as that cold front moves through the area. That rain slowly turns over to snow for a lot of central New York. And then by Saturday morning, a few lingering lake effect snow showers taking place by eventually Saturday afternoon. Temperatures peaking into the mid-30s, cooling down throughout the evening. A few lingering lake effect snow showers in place for early Sunday. And then Sunday starts out a few flurries, relatively dry before we are looking out to the west and with another clipper system that could produce some light snow. But this could shift north or south. Still too far out to determine. We'll, of course, let you know throughout the weekend about that system. And so for today, highs in the mid-40s, spotty light rain, misty and damp tonight. Rain turning over to light snow, lows in the mid-30s. 7-day forecast. Again, unsettled for today and tonight and tomorrow. Drying out a little bit for Sunday afternoon. Mid-30s for highs. New Year's Day looking dry as well with mostly cloudy skies. Sunshine peaks out by Tuesday.
Last year's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Another mild December day as we wrap up the work week heading into the holiday weekend. And still, our temperatures are in the 40s right now. Currently 43 degrees at Griffiths and Rome, 41 degrees as you head south in Hamilton. And another view of downtown Cooperstown from our Utica National Insurance Group camera. Currently 44 as well. And in the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar, we are still dealing with some spotty showers here and there, misty conditions. It's been damp. It's been overall a cloudy and mild stretch for the past several days. And this will come to an end as cool air continues to work its way in from the northwest starting this evening. So again, we have rain showers for this evening into tonight. That rain will gradually turn over to some light snow showers by early tomorrow. Then for tomorrow, light lake effect flurries throughout the morning and into parts of the early afternoon. And more cool temperatures continue as we head into the final day of 2023 and the first few days of 2024. All that and the full details more coming up. Back to you, Katrina.
Thank you so much, Eric. As Israeli military
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
Good afternoon and welcome back. Today has been yet another damp one out there, a bit less rainy than the past few, but enough to remain a little unsettled. Here's a live look of downtown Utica. Roads still wet. It's misting here and there, some light showers also here and there. Just overall a pretty blah day here in central New York. Temperatures still mild, haven't changed by much. Currently 43 degrees with cloudy skies and damp conditions. Feels like 39 as those breezy conditions will start to set in this afternoon and this evening. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar. We're still seeing a few pockets of some light rain showers here and there. Notice a spot right here just east or just west of Utica, as well as some locations just east of Hamilton in parts of Chenango County. And of course, one little shower currently up just west of Old Forge. The overall path of this system is it will continue to shift east as the afternoon progresses. Showers becoming more scattered and less isolated as you head into this evening. And then that rain will eventually turn over to snow. And the snow will occur overnight tonight into early tomorrow, more likely than not early tomorrow morning before the cold front passes, and we're just dealing with some lake effect flurries and light snow for Saturday morning and Saturday afternoon. Highs in the mid-30s, similar weather in store temperature-wise for Sunday, with a quiet start, maybe some lingering light drizzle that could freeze. We'll let you know throughout the weekend about the potential for that. Light snow will develop once more overnight Sunday night as an Alberta Clipper moves in from the west. And so looking at it in our Skycast, right now, pockets of dry air mixing in with some of this spotty rain. Heading in tonight, that front moves through, starting out with some light rain showers here and there, turning over to snow in the North Country and higher elevations in the southern valleys by early tomorrow. Then that front passes, as you can see right here, 7 to 8 a.m. Then beyond that, we've got just some lingering light lake effect snow showers taking place across the area. We're not expecting any real accumulation with this. A trace to an inch possible in the Mohawk Valley. That is if it will stick with the wet roads and mild temperatures above freezing into the early afternoon. But you could see between 1 to 3 inches in the absolute hilltops south of the Mohawk Valley. This will gradually dry out by early Sunday. Still maybe a flurry or two here and there, but not as scattered as Saturday morning. Before, we were seeing a clipper arrive from the west. And starting out, if you're heading to New Year's Eve festivities, it'll look pretty quiet, but in the overnight hours, could be seeing a light, beautiful dusting of snow by the first day of 2024. And so for today, spotty light rain, highs in the mid-40s. Tonight, that rain switches over to snow, bringing an end to this very mild stretch of December. And then heading into the new year, looking more seasonable with highs in the 30s. Maybe see some sunshine on Tuesday before more unsettled weather arrives heading into Wednesday night into Thursday. Katrina?
Thank you so much, Eric. And while New York prepares
The Cooperstown Cam is brought to you by Utica National Insurance Group.
As 2023 draws to a close, we're going to take a look back at one of the most notable weather events here in central New York, starting out with top 3 and an honorable mention. So first off, before we get to the top 3, one weather event, of course, as we asked some of you on Facebook, what was most impactful. Honorable mention was the frost in May, the late frost that unfortunately was that caused a bit of an issue for some of those blossoms in the apple crop, and as we head into the summer and eventually the fall, of course, with the lack of apple blossoms, unfortunately the apple harvest was a bit low. And so then, starting out for the number 3 weather event is going to be the flooding we saw recently, even though it was the past few days or so, it was enough to cause numerous flash flood warnings. Flooding occurred, unfortunately, again in Whitesboro. And on top of that, this was a strong nor'easter that lacked the cold air. So around 2 to 4 inches of widespread rainfall. It was very close, if not matching the second rainiest day on record for the area here in central New York, the Utica-Rome region. And on top of that, we'll have a video of the flooding in just a second, too, a nice drone shot as well. Number 2, those who remember this one, the tornado outbreak in August 7th. We had an EF3, very rare EF3 in Lewis County, and 2 EF1s in Madison County and Oneida County, both from the same storm. It produced a tornado, lifted up, and produced a second tornado on the ground. And in total, there were 4 tornadoes in that mini outbreak as well, and the worst of the damage was unfortunately up in the Turin area in Lewis County, and of course other areas had to clean up debris and fallen trees. And finally, before we take a look back at that drone footage of here in Whitesboro from the previous number 3 event, you can see from Chris Flynn just the absolute widespread flooding here in the Whitesboro area. And for number 1, I think this is a pretty common answer from these surveys we asked, and this was, of course, the wildfire smoke in June. Very bad wildfire smoke as up in Canada, we had storms that produced a lot of lightning. That, of course, ended favorable wind conditions into our area and produced very bad air quality. New York had the worst air quality in the world at the time. There's a view of Oneonta, a similar site with lots of hazy skies and that unfamiliar red and orange sun. So that's the recap of the most notable weather systems and weather events here in 2023.
Thank you so much, Eric. Coming up, forecast once again, meteorologist Eric Gage is in the Weather Center tracking a cool down.
Yeah, that's right. Cool down begins to arrive this weekend after a very mild stretch. It was in the 50s yesterday, and today not as warm, but still pretty mild. 43 at Grifferson Rome, 41 down in Hamilton, 42 down in Binghamton, 45 as you look out west near Rochester. And in Cooperstown, this is a similar scene to a lot of central New York. We got clouds, we got drizzle, we got patchy fog, damp conditions. Overall, it's a pretty damp day here across central New York. And you can see some pop-up showers starting to develop right here in parts of Oneida County right now. You can actually look just west of Utica, just east of Rome, into portions in between Trenton and Boonville. And for the most part today, this is what we're dealing with. Just a few spotty showers here and there developing. This evening, the showers become more scattered and less isolated before this turns over to rain showers and eventually snow by early tomorrow morning as those cool temperatures move in. Then for the weekend, dealing with a few bands of lake effect light snow on Saturday and possibly light snow to start the new year. I'll time it all out in that full forecast coming up. Back to you, Katrina.
Thank you, Eric. Come January.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired. From Central New York's most dependable weather team, here's meteorologist Eric Gage.
As you just saw the view from our CAPV tower camera from up top here on Smith Hill and Deerfield, it's a little foggy in some higher elevations. Patchy fog, misty conditions, damp, light drizzle. Overall, it's just a damp and dreary day across central New York with clouds and a few spotty rain showers moving through the area right now. Currently, it is 43 degrees, still in this mild stretch right now. However, this will change as the weekend progresses. A live look at the Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 top of the radar right now. We're seeing a push of some rain showers from at least ahead of a cold front arriving tonight. And you can see some of these are spotty in nature. There's a few dots popping up here and there from these rain showers. Aside from these darker green little spots here in the clear areas, can't rule out some light drizzle and some light and mist taking place right now with all that moisture trapped in the lower atmosphere. A look at your weekend forecast. Well, The rain turns over to snow overnight tonight. Those cool temperatures move in. That widespread to scattered snow does come to an end by early tomorrow morning. Then it turns to some lake effect light snow and flurries. We're not looking at a lot in terms of accumulation at all, with temperatures climbing into the mid-30s. Maybe in the evening hours, some patchy freezing drizzle possible, but that's something we have to forecast as it happens. It's very hard to forecast that out beyond a few hours in advance. So just a heads up for Saturday evening and a Saturday night. For Sunday, cool with mostly cloudy skies. Still can't rule out some light flurries from lake effect, but again, the conditions still look quiet until about the overnight hours. We got a weak Clipper system arriving from the west, and it will push southwest into our area by the overnight hours. And so in our skycast, we can see right here a few spotty rain showers taking place right now. Into this evening, rain will become a little bit more widespread with some snow developing in higher elevations. Then it turns to almost all snow by early tomorrow morning. Not looking to see anything really accumulating on some of the roads with those temperatures still hovering above freezing, especially in the I-90 corridor. Then in the afternoon, at least the morning, early afternoon, lake effect snow showers. They're weak, nothing too bad, but enough to produce a coating of snow in some locations and up to an inch, maybe 3 in the highest hilltops south of the Mohawk Valley. Then Sunday starting out relatively dry, still can't rule out some light flurries here and there. Then mostly cloudy skies heading into the overnight hours. That weak Clipper system moves through, bringing in some snow showers overnight into the first day of the new year. And so for today, spotty light rain, highs in the mid-40s. Tonight, that rain turns over to light snow, a low of 35. 7-day forecast. Say goodbye to the 40s and 50s and say hello to the 30s for the next several days. Saturday, Sunday, into Wednesday and Thursday of next week, all seasonably cool in the 30s. And again, New Year's Eve looking quiet, but that Clipper could produce some snow overnight into the first day of the new year. Katrina?
Thank you, Eric. From last year to...
With Kristen Copeland and Jason Palace.
The temperature is dropping and it's going to be cold enough for snow to start to mix in with the rain tonight. Meteorologist Samantha Wessing in for Bill, tracking that and your New Year's Eve weekend and what that will look like. Samantha, thanks for being here.
Welcome. Yeah, we're talking rain on the radar right now, but temperatures dropping. Now, it's going to take a little while for any of this snow to actually stick. The ground is so warm, especially being in the 40s, 50s the past couple of days. So we will see that overnight, but we're not talking a lot as far as accumulations go. Hilltops, higher elevations, possibly, but here, not too much snow. Let's take a look at that storm tracker too. Live radar, as you can see, some heavier rain showers moving on through, especially northern Oneida County out to our west as well. Those all moving in as we continue throughout the night tonight. As I said, we'll take a little while though for it to switch over to that snow. We're still sitting at 40 degrees. Breezy out there as well this evening. What I'm watching, more showers for tonight. Cooler weather ahead for the next couple of days, and then a light snow again returning tonight into Saturday. I have a look at what you can expect as well for that New Year's weekend. All of that coming up. Back over to you, Kristen.
3 people are being helped by the Red Cross after a car crash in Yorkville led to wires falling on a house and starting a fire. The fire was at 714 Oriskany Boulevard, not far from where the crash happened. A vehicle slammed in a utility pole around 9:30 last night. We're still waiting to hear back on the condition of the driver or if anyone else was hurt.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good evening. Rain showers continuing tonight to spread across the region. We're going to continue to see this as we head into the late night, overnight hours as well. Let's take a look at that Nexus Center live downtown Utica cam. Some wet roadways out there, as like we said, patchy rain showers throughout the majority of your Friday today. We'll take a look at what we expect as we continue throughout the night. Right now, though, temperatures still sitting in the 40s, upper 30s, keeping it rain, not snow out there as we head into these evening hours. Down to the Southern Valley, same situation, upper 30s, low 40s at 5 o'clock this evening. Temperature trend, though, for the next couple of days, as you can see, we get a little bit more seasonal weather as we continue towards the start of the new year. We'll be back into the 30s. Some drier days ahead as well. But let's take a look at that season snowfall to date here in Utica. Look at that. Average 29.4 hours. We know only about 6.9, so we're well below the average for seasonal snowfall for this time of year. And as you can see, not going to change too much as we continue into that. Taking a look at that Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Rain showers throughout the evening, not switching over yet, a little bit down to our southwest, but over here in our area, we're seeing rain as we continue into the hours right now. Cloudy skies out there as well, rain continuing to move on, and all of this due to a cold front up to our northwest. This will pass on over. What this will do will keep us those rain showers tonight into a little bit of the day on Saturday. It's also going to help drop our temperatures into the 30s as we continue into the weekend. Let's time all of this out though. As we head into tonight, you can see most of it switching over to rain by the overnight hours. I think it's going to take at least till after midnight, especially for the valley areas, to see that switch over to snow. But what's going to happen though, higher elevations, hilltops, we'll see the snow a little bit quicker. Now as we head throughout the day on Saturday, some snow showers passing by, scattered for the most part throughout the day on Saturday. We're not talking much as far as accumulation goes for any of this, as the ground is a little bit too warm for anything tonight to really stick. As we head throughout the day on Saturday, though, snow here and there throughout much of the day into Sunday morning. We do look to be dry, though, for much of the day on Sunday. Again, for tonight, rain now switching over to snow throughout those overnight hours. Tomorrow, passing rain, passing snow shower throughout the majority of the day. Most areas staying dry through much of Saturday. Highs back into the mid-30s. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast for Sunday. Dry for much of the day. Now, I'm not going to exclude a little snow shower quickly Sunday night, but that's something we're going to keep an eye on as we get closer. Not, again, talking anything as far as accumulation goes. And then we're back into the 30s, so much more seasonal temperatures on the way.
Okay, well, we're going to have to keep an eye on what's happening Sunday.
Exactly.
Sam, thank you. We have a live report. Spencer Davidson will be at the Odd tonight. What is the forecast going to be like?
So far, things looking decent for the weekend, at least tonight, that we are dealing with rain showers as we continue. Let's take a look at that Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Let's go. Right here, as you can see, some heavier rain moving through Oneida County for right now. That's going to continue into tonight and then switch over to snow as we continue into those overnight hours. There's a little bit of heavier rain in some areas, and that's going to, again, be rain for now, switching over to snow. Temperatures, though, outside right now are 40 degrees, as you can see. A little bit breezy out there as well, and it feels like 33, so a little bit chilly out there this evening. That cooler weather will be moving on in for this weekend. More snow showers tonight. We get back to those seasonable temperatures as we head into the weekend. Light snow tonight and then into Saturday morning. I have a full look at what you can expect for that weekend forecast coming up. Back over to you, Kristen.
All right, Sam, thank you. It is.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good evening. A wet start to the end of the week. As you can see, rain showers continuing tonight into the evening hours, and then we'll see that switch over to snow. Let's take a look at that downtown Utica Nexus cam right there. Wet roadways out there from the scattered rain showers that we continued to see throughout the majority of the day today, and that was not looking to come to an end just yet. But those temperatures still hanging on there in the upper 30s, low 40s, keeping it rain and not snow as we continue into these evening hours. And as you can see, the same situation down in the Southern Valley, 30s to 40s will be the temperature at 5 o'clock. As you can see, temperature trend for the next couple of days, we will get a little bit more seasonal as we continue into the start of the new year. We're back into highs in the 30s, but we do have some quieter weather making its way to start the new year. As far as seasonal snowfall goes, typically this time of year, we're around 29.4 inches. As to date today, 6.9 inches. So we are well below that season average. Today not helping much with that either. As you can see, widespread rain showers on the Storm Tracker 2 Yorkville Battery live radars. You can see some heavier rain showers roam Utica area. These will continue to push on through tonight. Right now staying as rain. Does look though to switch over to snow as we head throughout the overnight hours. And as you can see, those continued for the past couple of hours, not looking to come to an end just yet. All of this due to a cold front moving on through. Once this passes through, that'll drop our temperatures down, bringing us that chance to see more in the way of snow rather than rain. And this will bring us a little bit cooler temperatures for the next couple of days. Let's time all of this out. Now, the Storm Tracker Skycast kind of picking up on snow a little bit sooner than I think that will happen. I think we'll stick with rain just a little bit longer. Higher elevations, hilltops, though, had the chance to switch over a little bit quicker. Here, though, in the valley, we're going to be seeing rain showers well into the early overnight hours. But then we do see that kind of clear out by your Saturday morning. I'm going to keep that chance for some scattered snow flurries throughout the day due to that wind shift that we'll see throughout your Saturday. So as you can see, hit or miss, not much in the way of accumulation, especially with anything coming tonight. The ground is just too warm for that to really stick here as we continue throughout the day on Saturday. Things, though, will quiet down as we head towards your Sunday morning. So again, for tonight, starting as rain, switching over to snow overnight. Lows down there in the mid to low 30s. Tomorrow, rolling back into the mid-30s, passing rain or snow showers throughout much of the day on Saturday. Taking a look at the rest of the week. Now, Sunday, looking to be dry for the most part. We are watching, though, for the chance for some light snowfall Sunday night, something we're definitely going to keep an eye on as we get closer to that New Year's Eve celebration. And then you see we have a nice stretch of dry, quiet weather, but all week long, back to those seasonal temperatures in the 30s. Kristen will have more News Channel 2 after the break.
2 at 6 with Kristen Copeland and Jason Palace.
Temperatures are expected to drop as we head into New Year's Eve weekend. To get the full picture, we start in the Weather Center where meteorologist Samantha Wessing is tracking the very latest. Sam, good evening.
Yeah, we're seeing rain showers for tonight. Now, those will switch over to snow as we continue closer to those overnight hours. But for right now, still seeing that as rain, and we'll see that on that Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar right there. Some heavier rain showers, especially towards Rome area. As you can see, Utica moving through. We're mostly going to be seeing rain, though, for now. And then, like I said, to snow. We're sitting at 40 degrees still, causing it to be rain. Higher elevations, now that we'll see that snow a little bit quicker than we will here in the valley. But we're not talking accumulation, as that ground is too warm for any of that snow to stick. It's going to take a little while to see a little bit of that snow on the ground as well as the roadways. More showers continuing for tonight. Cooler weather ahead. We're back to more seasonal type temperatures heading into the weekend. And like I said, that light snow returning tonight into tomorrow. I have all of that tracked out for you, as well as what to expect for the weekend coming up. Back over to you, Kristen.
All right, Sam, thank you. 3 people are...
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good evening. We're talking rain showers for your Friday night. Looking to switch over to snow, though, as we head into the overnight hours. Let's take a look at that live Nexus Center downtown Utica camera. Wet roadways out there this evening due to all that rain that we saw continually throughout much of the day today. Temperatures, though, still hanging on in the upper 30s, 40s right now, causing that to fall as rain as we continue throughout the evening. Same situation down to our Southern Valley, sitting in the upper 30s, low 40s at 6 o'clock. Temperature trend for the next couple of days, we're finally going to be seeing a little bit more seasonal weather as we continue into the start of the new year. We'll be back down into the 30s, and we do have some nice dry days coming in the next couple of days. But as far as snowfall goes, seasonal average right now is around 29.4 inches. We're sitting at 6.9, so well below the average for snowfall that we usually see this time of year. And tonight, not helping with that, as you can see on that Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. Some heavier rain showers, especially south of Rome, Utica area. Rain's going to continue to push on through. It will switch over to snow, but that doesn't look to happen until the overnight hours here. Hilltops, higher areas of higher elevation, that'll switch over just a little bit sooner as we continue into the evening hours. As you see, rain throughout the past couple of hours, most of this due to a cold front. Now this is going to push on through, switching our winds a little bit, helping us bring a bit of a lake effect snow showers, hit or miss throughout the day on Saturday. But this is what's going to drop our temperatures for the next couple of days, bringing us back down into the 30s as we head into the weekend. Timing all of this out, as you can see, especially along the Thruway, the Mohawk Valley, take a little bit longer for us to switch over to that snow. But by those overnight hours, that's when my timing looks to be most of our region will see that snowfall. With the ground being warmer, though, it's going to take a little bit longer for it to actually stick to the ground, to the roadways. As we continue the day on Saturday, like I said, our winds will shift. We'll see a couple of light lake effect snow flurries, hit or miss. I think it's going to continue throughout much of the day today, even though it shows most areas staying dry. For tomorrow. Mostly cloudy, though, on Saturday. And then as we head into Sunday, we do quiet down, mostly cloudy to the start on Sunday. So again, for tonight, we're back down into the mid to low 30s. Rain switching over to snow, and then a little bit of snow flurries sticking around for the day on Saturday. Hit or miss, not everywhere we'll be seeing them, and we're not talking anything as far as accumulations. We're back down into the mid-30s. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. Sunday looking to be dry, but I am not going to rule out a passing snow shower on Sunday night. Monday, though, beautiful start to the new year, and we have a couple dry days ahead as well from Monday through Wednesday. And as you can see, though, those temperatures getting back down into the 30s. So we've been having such luck with all those warmer temperatures. I want to say cooler weather on the way, but this is what we should be expecting this time of year.
You know, and people are anxious to make sure their snowmobiles are ready for the season and get their skis out. Though Woods Valley does have skiing right now, which best of both worlds, if you ask me.
I think so, too. I mean, I don't mind these temperatures. I'm not complaining.
Still to come here on News Channel 2 at 6. We head to the...
Watching News Channel 2 at 10 on CW11 with Jason Palace.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ben Kinney. Jason has the night off. Thank you for joining us. It's going to start feeling a lot more like winter. Temperatures will begin to drop tonight. Some snow possible through the weekend. How will this affect your New Year's Eve plans? Well, let's head over to the Weather Center with meteorologist Sam Wessing to find out. And a first look at your forecast tonight at 10. And Sam, we already see it on the radar, especially right up in northeastern portions of Oneida County, where it's already starting to turn to snow. How much snow are we expecting?
So not too much, actually. The higher elevations, probably about 1 to 2 inches, because they're going to see a little bit more than we are here. It's going to take a little longer, I feel, because of the way the temperatures are sitting, to switch to snow here. And with the ground being so warm, it's going to take a long time for that to stick. Now, there's still the possibility to wake up with like a trace of snow on the ground, but we're not talking too much, especially with the rain. But we can take a look at that Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar. As you can see, some scattered showers still out there. A lot of these showers are breaking up as they head over the Great Lakes, but we still have that chance to still see rain as we continue into the overnight hours. And as Ben mentioned, possibility for some snow, especially in the higher elevations, hilltops, areas such as that. We're still sitting, though, in the upper 30s, 38 degrees outside right now. What I'm going to be tracking will be those showers continuing throughout the overnight hours. Cooler weather ahead. We're talking much more seasonable, and then that light snow returning. We do have a decent weekend ahead of a full look at that New Year's Eve weekend coming up. For now, back over to you, Ben.
Sam, thank you very much. 3 people are being held.
The WKTV Tower Cam is brought to you by the Central Association for the Blind and Visually Impaired.
Good evening. We are looking at some wet weather out there as we continue throughout these overnight and evening hours. As you can see, wet roadways in downtown Utica on our Nexus Center live tower cam. Temperatures really not fluctuating too much from earlier this evening to now, which is still keeping rain out there as we continue into these evening hours. Sitting mainly in the mid-30s. We do have the low 30s, though, up to our north. Same situation down in the Southern Valley as well, sitting in the mid-30s at around 10 o'clock tonight. Temperature trend for the next couple of days, as you can see, we'll be sticking right there around the 30s for the next couple of days, so not too much changing. Much more seasonal weather making its way for the new year. Some quieter weather joining us as well. Seasonal snowfall for this time of year, the average 29.4. What we're looking at so far this year, 6.9. So we are well below that season average. As much of you know, we've seen barely any snow. Tonight, very similar situation, mainly rain. As you can see on that Storm Tracker 2 Yorkville Battery live radar, you can see some snow, especially up in the North Country area. Hilltops, higher elevations, we'll see that snow switch over, that rain switch over to snow a lot quicker. But as you can see, a lot of this rain breaking up as it comes over us, and you'll see this on our radar and satellite, the way it's just breaking as it comes here. What's going to be happening, a cold front making its way over us tonight, and what this is going to do is going to shift our winds It's also going to bring us some cooler weather, give us a possibility for some scattered light lake effect snow showers throughout the day tomorrow. We'll time all this out as we continue overnight. The best chance overnight hours for any snow to be here, but with how warm the grounds are right now, I don't expect much to stick to the ground when we do see that snow overnight. Throughout the day on Saturday, you can see a little bit of that light lake effect snow, hit or miss, very scattered, most areas staying dry, seeing mostly cloudy skies for our Saturday. And then things will begin to quiet down as we head overnight into Sunday morning, but we are watching the possibility for some light snow showers come New Year's Eve. Tonight we're down into the mid-30s, rain turning over to snow, very light again, not talking accumulations. Passing rain and snow showers for tomorrow, highs back into the mid-30s. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. For Sunday, dry throughout the day, and I'm going to say that again, very light snow showers, something we're going to keep an eye on as we continue towards New Year's Eve. Monday, though, looking beautiful, dry weather for the start of the new year, and there you have it, back into the 30s. More of News Channel 2 after the break.
You're watching News Channel 2 at 11 with Jason Powers.
Good evening, everyone. I'm Ben Kinney. Jason has the night off. Thank you for joining us. It's going to feel a lot more like winter as temperatures will begin to drop tonight with some snow possible through the weekend. How will this affect your New Year's plans? Well, let's find out over at the Weather Center with meteorologist Sam Wessing and that Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 Doppler radar kind of filling in a little bit more with the white and the blue than it was at 10.
Exactly. Kind of starting to see that snow move on in. A lot of that will transition throughout the overnight hours. Here, though, we're getting more of like that fog-type mist if you're heading out there tonight. But rain for the most part, not much in the way of snow here. As you can see, as we said on that Yorkville Battery Storm Tracker 2 live radar, some snow, especially up in the North Country, Lewis County, out towards just to the west of Syracuse, starting to see a little bit of that snow. Higher elevations, hilltops, that's where a lot of that snow will begin. Here we will see that transition slowly overnight. We're sitting at 38 degrees, mostly cloudy out there with just a light fog drizzle, especially if you travel on the hilltops tonight. Be careful of that. Watching for more showers throughout the overnight hours. Cooler weather ahead. We're going to start to feel very seasonable for this time of year, and then light snow returning Friday to Saturday. I'm not talking much as far as accumulations go, especially with how warm the ground is, but I have a closer look at what you can expect for this weekend. That's coming up. Back over to you, Ben.
Sam, thank you very much. 3 people are being helped.
Good evening. Here's a live look at the downtown Utica Nexus Center live cam. Wet roadways out there as we saw mostly rain throughout the evening tonight. Temperatures right now sitting in the upper 30s, low 30s as well. This is where we're mainly going to sit as we continue throughout the overnight hours, dropping right around the mid-30s by the time you wake up on Saturday morning. Here's our seasonal snowfall total. As you can see, well below average for this time of year. We typically see around 29.4 inches. We're sitting at 6.9, and as you can see on that radar, not much changing. We saw mostly rain as we continue throughout the evening tonight. That'll happen for the overnight hours. Much of this rain, though, switching over to snow as we head towards Saturday morning. You can see that rain coming through, kind of breaking up, though, as it comes over us. Cold front, big playmaker for today. This is what's triggering that unsettled weather, also bringing us cooler temperatures as we approach the weekend. Timing all of this out, like I said, higher elevations as well as hilltops could see that snow transition a lot quicker. For here, we're not going to see anything as far as accumulations, especially with how warm that ground is right now. So even though we might see that rain switch to snow, tomorrow we're not talking anything as far as too much snowfall. Throughout the day on Saturday, we'll have lingering lake effect snow and rain showers throughout the majority of the day, very scattered and hit or miss. Most areas staying dry, mostly cloudy, and then we do dry out by the start of Saturday. For tonight, we get down in the mid-30s, rain switching over to snow. For tomorrow, we're back into the mid-30s, passing rain and snow showers throughout the majority of the day. Again, not much in the way of accumulation. Let's take a look at that 7-day forecast. For New Year's Eve, we start out dry for the day. We are going to be tracking the possibility for a snowfall to occur late on Sunday night into Monday morning, something we will certainly be keeping an eye on. We dry out for New Year's Day as well as the middle of the week, and we are back in the 30s for the week ahead. Your Sports Express after the break.